Velocity, money, peace, and blessings. All right, so yeah, this is a script that I posted yesterday on my Facebook page. Y'all can definitely follow and add me on Facebook at Velocity Money, as you see in the screenshot. So yeah, I'm gonna read this shit off right quick, and then I'm gonna elaborate on it a little further and whatnot. But this is pretty much just compounded on the idea that I've been stressing for the longest, that Rahu and Ketu is not necessarily what, the general astrological community thinks, right? So yeah, get into it. And my phone cracked, you know what I'm saying? I gotta get a new fucking phone for sure. So I'm gonna definitely probably have a hard time reading this shit, as I can't see certain shit unless I scroll a little bit. But get into it. So K2 is detox, Rahu is intoxication. Okay, the purpose of detoxing is to cleanse or bring the being into a deeper sense of equilibrium. Along the way, you've encountered some excess, some pathogens and parasites naturally due to consumption and just being a part of life, right? So, some of these encounters can lead to serious threats to you internally if left unchecked. And K2 is about making that check, killing off all that isn't you, detoxing, releasing, and doing the deep level cleanse so you can return to your true state of self equilibrium, void of parasitic influence, cravings, mental and emotional fluctuations, etc. Yes, you have to give up things with K2, but it's never just black or white. K2 is very methodical and minute, scientific. If you have a parasitic infection, you don't just quit eating altogether. You'll die or go mad if you attempt. You must what that shit say. You must find the proper detox protocols and holistic substances to replace the shit you give up in order to heal. K2 does showcase a lot about the past life, but it very much indicates and references a lot about what needs to be done and how to carry the self in this one. Never just give up K2 completely. I'll say it again. Never just give up K2 completely. I'll say it once more. Never just give up K2 completely, right? Because I know, like, a lot of people in the general, astro community or whatever, like to say, okay, to his past life, you've been there and done that. You have to leave that alone. You know what I'm saying? You have to let that go and pretty much, you know what I'm saying, just go for the Rahu, dive face in. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, that's definitely how you end up intensifying the aberrations of Rahu. That's definitely how you end up getting your head chopped the fuck off. You know what I'm saying? As what happened with Swarabanu and the story of the Mohini Avatar and the assembly of the gods and the demons and the divine nectar, right? So yeah, you don't give up Ketu, you don't fully dive into Rahu. Swabanu reached immortality, but he reached immortality at a great price. He was just a floating fucking head in an immobile body. Like, you want to reunite the head with the body so he can be a fully immortal, self-sovereign being able to navigate freely as he please, right? So, getting to the K2 situation, right? A lot of people hear K2 automatically think detachment or past life. It's cool, but these are merely aspects of the K2. You don't want to associate K2 entirely with being about detox or being about detachment, or you feel me, past life. You don't want to attribute K2 to just the past. It very much is present. That's why it's in your present day birth chart, and it very much so influences you as a being, and it's the key to your moksha. You know what I'm saying? It's the key to your spiritual elevation. It's the key to you unlocking or releasing those limitations which are keeping you attached or fettered to duality, or keeping you from, you know what I'm saying, leveling up or reaching that state of mastery, or that state of whatever the fuck that really brings peace and equilibrium to your being, right? So it's a key. It's a extremely important key. Don't just let go of or deny K2. So get into it. I like to say K2 is more so about detoxification. right? Because I would say detox is a better word to use than detachment. Why? Because in the process of detoxing, in the process of doing a cleanse of some sort or going on a diet of some sort, yes, you have to give up certain foods. Yes, you got to give up the motherfucking 50 cent Twinkie cakes, the zebra cakes, you know what I'm saying, the Brewer's ice cream or the the fucking Outback Steakhouse, uh, the the motherfucking vegan chitlins or um, yeah, whatever you niggas be eating, the fucking Kool-Aid, the red 40, you know what I'm saying, the cinnamon honey buns, all that shit. You gotta give up the big back seafood bowls and the Whataburger, you know what I'm saying, the In and Out. You have to give up all the bullshit that you've been putting into your system if you're going on a diet and if you want the diet to truly be successful. If your goal is to lose 50 pounds or 100 pounds or however many pounds or to get in shape for this movie role or to have a higher level of energy or to beat your depression or whatever the fuck, right? If you have a goal or a purpose in mind of being in a better body, there are things that you're going to have to detach from and let go in order to get to that particular goal. That's true. And K2 does showcase this. But at the same time, you can't just say, motherfucker need to lose weight. I'm gonna just stop eating, period. You feel me? Like, fuck eating. Like, I'm saying, dead homies. Like, fuck that shit. And think that it's gonna go well for you. It might be some niggas on the planet that don't eat. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It ain't me to tell you not eating is not a possible state to obtain or whatever the fuck, right? Y'all can be on all the Dr. York Nuwapian, you know what I'm saying, side near the Hotel Pache, planetary niggas from Risk with big heads and 12-foot tall niggas and, you know what I'm saying, interstellar or Orion omniversal timekeeper guys and whatever, all the woke pyramid building shit that you niggas love to be on. I ain't mad at you for it. You feel me? So I'm not here to fucking tell you if you need food to survive or not. But speaking from a state of duality, speaking from a state of the the structure of the mind, the structure of the mind and the belief systems of the mind and the stuff, the conditionings that have been hardened, you know, year after year, lifetime after lifetime. You feel me? The perceptions that we've been fed to believe, what is real and what is not real about life. From a general standpoint, if you just stop eating out of nowhere, and all of these fucking years you've been led to believe that food is what you need in order to sustain your body. If you just stop eating and you don't replace your motherfucking diet with anything else to eat, you 9 times out of 10 times out of 10 you're going to fucking die, unless you just have a direct connection to fucking Noble Drew Ali or something. And the nigga just put his palm over your forehead and just sustain your being for for eternity, whatever the fuck, right? I don't know. But anyway, so yeah, you're going to die if you just stop eating and you don't have a plan as to what nutrition, what foods, what substances that you have to put in your body in order to give your body the gas, the nutrients, the fuel that it needs to continue to sustain itself, right? And that's what Ketu was about understanding as well. It's about the detachment, it's about the letting go, but it's also about what are you going to replace what you let go with? How are you going to upgrade that source of attachment or that source of fuel? That is what K2 was about as well. You know what I'm saying? What is your desired destination? What is your idea of moksha? What is your idea of self-realization? What is your identity surrounded by? Like, what is the truth of you surrounded by? Where are you buried? Like the real you, not the different ideas or the, you feel me, the different identities or the different roles or the conditionings or, you feel me, the beliefs or, the familiar attachments and experiences and all of these other things that surround you, but what is the truth of the depth of your being? Where does it lie? And what needs to be stripped away in order to get you to that truth? What needs to be implemented? What needs to be picked up in order for you to get closer to that truth, closer to that realization, closer to that moksha? That is Ketu. You know what I'm saying? That is what Ketu is showing. You feel me? And it's also like Ketu has the effect of burning or bringing inflammation, bringing serious level pain when you try to ignore the signals of the body, the signals of the mind, the signals of the spirit that's telling you you're off balance, you're doing something that's wrong, or just, you feel me, you're clinging to a certain thing that's not you, but you think it's you. You feel me? You've identified it with yourself too long. You know. You've been eating Whataburger all your motherfucking life. You know what I'm saying? It's a family. Everybody in your family grew up eating Whataburger. You know what I'm saying? At the church on fucking Sunday and family tradition and or maybe grilling food. You know what I'm saying? You was just born into a fat ass grilling ass family, whatever the fuck. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm just making up examples off the top of my head. Hope nobody take the shit personal. But anyway, like, yeah, a Whataburger eating, you feel me? Just a burger eating ass family, a greasy burger, big bag crab boil. You know what I'm saying? Big jaw, big everything, goddamn eating ass family, right? Big body ass family, or whatever the fuck, right? And it's like you construct an identity around that, around those plethora of experiences, but it's like it comes to a point to where, motherfuckers getting hospitalized for cholesterol level, or, you feel me, blood pressure, you feel me, or fatigue, or, unable to breathe during, you know what I'm saying, during the day, going up a flight of steps, you know what I'm saying, you got water weight in your ankles and shit. It's like it comes to a point the body starts screaming. The body starts sending you these different signals like, hey, my dog, you got to change. You have to start doing things differently. You feel me? You're driving yourself to death due to an attachment to food that's deeper than it tastes. You know what I'm saying? The food that's coming from the family background and the identity and the different memories, and grandma used to do this, yada yada yada, etc., etc. You feel me? Doesn't matter. The person is dealing with a serious attachment that they have to give up. They have to change their life. They have to eat different. They have to go down a different path in order to save the integrity of their being, and in order to remove all the bullshit that they've accumulated over the years, right? So I know I'm kind of saying the same shit over and over again, but that's K2, pulling the unnecessary away, pulling the excess away, pulling the too much away, pulling the overweight away, getting rid of it. It's not the easiest of processes. Doing a detox is not the easiest thing to do. You're going to have violent reactions. You're going to have cravings that arise. You're going to have sometimes certain levels of emptiness that arise. And K2 represents emptiness. You feel me? It represents into emptiness. But it's like um, we got to get used to accepting and detaching from the need to be stimulated all the time, or to for the need to, or the belief that we need to have some sort of external happening always activating us in some way. Whether a motherfucker just, you know what I'm saying, always got some music playing in the background, or always talking to somebody, some type of conversation, or always uh watching some type of fucking reel or brain rot or TV or show, or you know what I'm saying, always going to some type of party, drinking, and you feel me, alwaysing, detaching from the belief that you have to always. It's true peace, equilibrium, and enjoyment in knowing how to be still. K2 represents the stillness. It represents the thoughtlessness. You know what I'm saying? It represents pretty much the, what is this, the seed or the first statement. You know what I'm saying? The definition of yoga within Patanjali, Yoga Sutra or whatever, Yoga Chitta Vritti Nirodha. Yoga is the cessation of conscious fluctuations or whatever. The stoppage of that, right? This is yoga. This is the state that, you know, ancient yogis, seers, or whatever, indeed the ancient spiritualists strive for. Strive to attain the state of yoga. Because this state is supposed to be the supreme bliss or the supreme happening or the only truth, right? This is what people go for. A state of nothingness, right? And that's what K2 is trying to show. And it's quite difficult, being that we're constantly conditioned, or that we're constantly layered with so many different forms of stimulus and so many different things that distract and take away the attention, and so many different things that pretty much you know, keep your coochie wet, you know what I'm saying, keep your coochie tough and barred up, in such a delightful place to be in, right? So that's a little deeper into the complexity of Ketu, right? So getting into Rahu, right? Rahu is intoxication. So Ketu is detoxification. Rahu is the intoxication, right? Rahu is the liquor, right? Coming under the influence. The good feeling of the body, the relaxation, you know what I'm saying? The calming, the quelling or whatever, you know what I'm saying? It's nothing wrong with being intoxicated at certain times if you can regulate it. You know what I'm saying? If you can regulate it, if you know how to not go overboard, not get deeply pulled into the desirous situation or whatever, it's nothing wrong with enjoying a drink every now and then. You feel me? It often can offer a great deal of health benefits to the being. You know what I'm saying? A glass of wine is said to bring a greater level of a great amount of health benefits over time or whatever. I forgot, somebody had sent me something the other day, just as a matter of fact, about wine. And I think it was a biblical scripture about wine pretty much being able to cure a host of human illnesses or whatnot, right? So the intoxication can be healing. In the story of the serpent, you feel me? Not the story of the story where they churned the ocean, the Samudra Manthan, the gods and the demons or whatever, right? You know, the demons were used as help too. The demons, the Suras, you know, the evil niggas or whatever, they was used to bring about the divine nectar too. So they have a purpose in the creation. You know what I'm saying? So the intoxication, that which we like to attribute as bad or whatever the fuck, it's not something that's has no benefit whatsoever, right? It's definitely of a benefit. But just when it comes to getting too deep into the intoxication, getting too addicted, getting too reliant on it, too intensely